at an early stage specifically, founders also resist going that out of the box, with their thought process because of the brand image that they want to maintain, right?
Yeah.
Which I'm sure you will also agree. How does it really matter? There is no brand at that stage, right? Do you agree, or do you think no, that has to be kept in mind? Because at the end of the day, it's a founder's company.
So I think this is why I love working with early to mid stage, right? Like you rightly said, right? You can experiment with brand, right?
Yeah.
You have an idea what your brand stands for, right? And you have an idea what your vision is, as a persona, what your brand is, right? So you build a sort of brand persona, right? And it is almost like, how a person grows up, right? So, you and I both will realize what we were 5 years ago, we are not today, right?
Yeah.
We were slightly immature. We had certain flaws. We had certain strengths. Maybe now those flaws have become strengths. Maybe those strengths have become weaknesses, right?
Yeah.
Everyone grows, right? And so does a brand, right? A brand is not a fixed line that you draw, right? Okay, listen, this is,
Right.
you do say things like, okay, you don't do illegal, or you don't do, wrong things, or, you don't take
Of
the,
course.
you don't cross a particular line. But as a brand, you do grow up, right? So at an
Yeah.
early to mid stage, you would want to, keep changing your persona bit by bit, obviously growing on the persona, growing from the
Right.
feedback, right? Understanding what is working for your audience, understanding what is not working for your audience, and
Yeah.
retain the things that make you unique, right?
Yeah.
And it has to do a lot with founders, right? So if
Yeah.
and an early stage, the brand is actually defined by the founder, right? So
Yeah.
if a founder is actually serious, if the founder is, somebody who comes across as very straight to the point, the brand
Yeah.
also becomes like that. And it is fair enough, because
Exactly.
that's how when the founder is going on a sales call, that's what the client will actually see, that okay, this is a very straight
Perfect.
jacketed, very straightforward, versus,
Perfect.
the founder is a slightly witty, charismatic, sort of like says multiple things, and just gets everyone in the room to relax a bit. The brand has to lend itself to that as well, right?
Right.
Over a period of time, they start to separate. Yes. And that's
Hmm.
when you basically have senior leadership figuring out, okay, listen, now, okay, what should the brand be? Because now you have data points. Once you grow enough,
Right.
you have data points, what the audience likes, what the audience doesn't like, who are you targeting? Are they okay with this kind of a, will they be okay to be associated with this kind of a brand? And
Right.
if you feel you can, but again, in whatever way you choose, if you're not, even if you're straightforward, straight jacketed and direct to the point, if you're not creative enough, it'll not
Right.
make you win.